The Beatles are one of my top favorite bands of all time. I wouldn't say they're my number one, but they are definitely a band that I've listened to since before I could remember. And I feel like I've listened to every single album, all of their songs, and I realized I never actually sat down and listened to them in chronological order from start to finish for each album. So I did decide to go do that the other day. I did it while I was at work, and I wanted to rank and see which albums truly are my favorites or which one I think are the best. So I decided to do the tier system and put all of the albums out. I just did their core albums. I didn't do any of like the additional ones or the best ofs, the Red Album, things like that. I just wanted to do the main albums that the Beatles came out during that main era of when they were together. So I'm gonna go through, start from the beginning all the way to their last album, Let It Be, and rank them. I'll go ahead and put a screenshot or a list of all of the songs that are on each album, just so I don't have to go through and list each one and you don't have to sit and listen to me. But I will have my iPad pulled up and look at each of the albums with the songs on there, just so I can remember which songs were on which album. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with Please Please Me, released in 1963. And I'm looking at the list here. I would definitely say a lot of the songs I do like, but I don't typically have on repeat, and listening to it from start to finish, I don't recall any of them that stood out to me where I thought to myself that I should add this to my playlist more. But of course, Twist and Shout is a classic. I Saw Her Standing There, I do love that one. But honestly, not one of my favorite albums, and it is their first. And I recall, I believe some of the songs on here are covers, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's a few covers on here. So definitely just the Beatles finding their sound. Good, not great. So I'm gonna put this one at a C. Definitely some good songs, but not the best. Next up we have With the Beatles. This was also in 1963. Looking through it, kind of a similar vibe where there's a few songs that I definitely love and have been deemed one of their best songs. The ones that stick out to me, All My Loving, one of my favorites. I really adore that song. Till There Was You is really good. You Really Got a Hold on Me. I do really like that song, but most of them are kind of just, they're good, but don't really stick out to me. I'm gonna put that one also at a C. Normally I would say Don't Come For Me for my opinion on this, but I do want this to be a space where if you do want to challenge my opinion on this, feel free. It's just music, it's my opinion, it's not that serious. Please tell me why I'm wrong. All right, next one is A Hard Day's Night. This was in 1964. Definitely more songs on here that I have on repeat and know most of the words to. Their title song, A Hard Day's Night, Should Have Known Better, If I Fell, Can't Buy Me Love, of course. I mean, these are great. I do like a lot of these. We're starting to get more into that Beatles sound, but it's still not one of my favorites. I think this is better than the previous two, but definitely not my favorite. So I'm gonna put this at a B. All right, next is Beatles for Sale. This was in 1964. They released a lot of albums in a short amount of time. This is actually interesting. I didn't really realize that. They were just pumping them out, I guess. More of these songs I definitely love. I would say more than half of these I know most of the words to. I love Mr. Moonlight, which I feel like doesn't get enough attention. I'll Follow the Sun, No Reply. These are really great songs, but I feel like the last chunk of them, like the last 4 songs, I don't really even remember those songs. I listen to all of them, but they just don't stick out to me. So I'm gonna put this one at a B too, though I know there's some that I like better. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one at a B. All right, next we got the Help album. This is a great one. I love the song Help. album cover is just recognizable. I spent hours, I actually had a poster of the Help album in my house growing up. Just a huge, like 2 feet tall poster in my house. And I always tried to look at it and think, are they spelling the word help? Like, it doesn't really seem like they're spelling help. What is going on here? And there is an explanation of what they're doing and what it symbolizes. I can't remember if it's like a nautical thing. I really don't know. I wish I did know. I should look that up. But the album itself is great. Let's see, we got Help, the song, of course. You've got to Hide Your Love Away, Act Naturally. Those are great. I've Just Seen a Face and Yesterday. Ooh, those are some pretty hard hitters. Okay, I'm gonna put this one, this is a really good album. I'm gonna put this at an A. I love this one. Ticket to Ride. Yeah, most of these are really, really good. Okay, I feel good about this being an A, so we'll keep it there. Next is Rubber Soul. I do know for a fact I really like this album. Before I sat down and listened to all of the songs in order, I do know that Rubber Soul is gonna be pretty high up for me. And listening to it again confirmed that for sure. Drive My Car, Norwegian Wood, You Won't See Me, Michelle, Girl, I'm Looking Through You. I'm Looking Through You is probably one of my favorite Beatles songs. There's a couple on here that I'll mention, but I'm Looking Through You. I used to play I'm Looking Through You on Beatles Rock Band all the time. After school, I would get home from school, I had the drum kit, I had the whole setup where I had the microphone, the guitar, the drum set, and I would do the drums and sing, and I would do I'm Looking Through You with the drum set, and I love this song. So I feel pretty good. This one's gonna be S tier for me. I absolutely love this album. All right, we have Revolver. This one again, I know, I really, really liked this one. This was released in 1966. And gosh, I would say every single one of these songs are some of the best songs ever created. Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, I'm Only Sleeping, Here, There, Everywhere. Love Good Day Sunshine. And Your Bird Can Sing, that was another one that I used to do a lot on Beatles Rock Band. So I'm gonna go ahead and do Revolver at an S tier. I really think it deserves that S tier spot because every single one of these songs are just good. Great, even. All right, next we have Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This was released in 1967. We're just really getting into the heart of some of their best work. And I think looking at this list here, I mean, they were really coming out with some of the best stuff. I mean, these last three that we're going through. We have the Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band song, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, A Little Help from My Friends. I really like the song Fixing a Hole. That one I think could get a little bit more attention. When I'm 64, Lovely Rita is a great song. I'm also gonna put this one at S tier. I love this album. This is a great one. All right, next is Magical Mystery Tour. This was also 1967. And Fool on the Hill, I love that song. Fool on the Hill is a sad song, but it for some reason just has like a vibe that I really like. You know, just sometimes when you're in that mood. Hello, Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane. Oh my gosh, All You Need Is Love. I mean, come on. I mean, this is gonna have to be also S tier. There's some weird stuff on here, but I do love this album.
Next we are gonna go, oops, I accidentally switched these. We have the White Album, released in 1968. This one came with two discs, so there's quite a few songs on here, so honestly, the fact that they have 2 discs on this album and both of them have such incredible songs is, I mean, truly what makes them stand out amongst all of the other artists, I think. This is incredibly, incredibly impressive. Dear Prudence, Oh Blood Dear Blood Die, love that song. I always wanted to name one of my kids Desmond just because I love that name and I love that song. Blackbird, gosh, this is
Mother Nature's Son is definitely one of my favorite songs as well. Love that one. I mean, this has Revolution 9 on it, which is, yeah, that's a weird one, but I really, I really tried to listen to that one all the way through. I was at work and was listening to it and I was just like, you know, they were really trying to do something with that song and I just don't think I was the target audience for it, but that's okay. I think just considering the sheer volume and the great songs, the ratio of how many great songs is on this album also puts this at an S tier. I feel like this is starting to get a little bit boring, but I mean, come on. They were really doing it during this time, just within those few years. And I think with this next album, where it might cause a stir, I don't know, we'll see. But the next one I have on here is Yellow Submarine. This one I'm gonna put pretty low, just because most of it is gonna be from the movie. The music is credited to George Martin, and no shade to George Martin, I mean, a lot of the songs on here are it's just instrumental, which I like instrumental, but I don't know, I don't really consider this lumped in the same category as all of the other ones. Hey Bulldog, I do actually really like that song. I mean, Yellow Submarine, the song. I mean, this one, I was even debating putting it on this list, but I think just because a few songs on here that are good Beatles songs, I decided to put it on here, but I think I'm gonna put this one at a D. Not one of my favorites. It's not a great album for me. But that's okay, they don't all have to be. Okay, next is Abbey Road. I mean, she's released in 1969. All of these are so good. I mean, Come Together, Something. I do like Maxwell Silver Hammer. That one I feel like could get a little bit more credit. Sun King was a song that I ended up liking. I normally don't recall listening to that one very much, and I did really like it. So listening to all of this through, I was like, okay, that one's a little bit better than I remember. And I have the end. I mean, I have the last line in that song tattooed on me, and so this album is great. I love this one, and I mean, you can't beat that album cover. It's one of the most recognizable album covers of all time. I would love to go walk actual Abbey Road at some point in my life. If I can do that one day, that's definitely, oh, my life would be complete. That's a bucket list item for sure. So we're gonna put this one at the S tier. I mean, it's a good album. And that leaves the last one, Let It Be. Oh my gosh, this is a great one. This one just hits me right in the feelings. I love this. Two of Us, Across the Universe. I Mean Mine, I like that one a lot, that I feel like doesn't get enough attention either. The Long and Winding Road, One After 909 is good, but not my favorite. Get Back, love Get Back. I mean, and then them being on the rooftop performing this. This might cause some controversy. It's not my favorite album. I definitely don't know if I would consider this S tier. I mean, this is their final one together, so there is that sentimental value. However, I think I'm gonna put this at an A. It's a very, very good album. These other ones, I like every single song that is on there, so I'm gonna put this at an A. I think that that's gonna be my final verdict. So let me know if you agree, if you disagree. Again, if you want to get pretty heated about it, I completely understand. When I was younger, I used to argue and just straight up say that I don't like you if you don't like the Beatles. But again, it's not that serious, so I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt if you end up just coming for me. So I hope you like this video. I'm gonna do more of them. I actually want to do more with artists that I don't typically listen to. I wanted to start with a band that I knew. So at some point I want to venture into artists that I haven't listened to really maybe any of their songs and just rank them, because I think that would be pretty interesting. This was really fun. I really liked looking at all of the albums and just listening to it in chronological order and seeing how they progressed as a band. I mean, it was so fun starting with Please Please Me and going all the way through almost as a story of how they changed and shifted and understanding why they started to grow apart. If you want to watch more of my videos, please check out my channel. If you want to subscribe, that would be great. I'm Rose Colored Love, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.